Hi, continuing on from video 1, as I explained, the New Zealand dollar has now broken and closed above the strong area of resistance that has held for many weeks. This is known as a confirmed breakout, and on the daily chart is a strong move. It's even more significant because you will notice that price has been restricted within a triangle. And triangle breakouts, when price is nearer to the point, can be very strong and very significant. And one theory with triangle breakouts is that the profit of the move could be equal to the size of the triangle. What I mean by that is, here we have 600 pips. If we add that to here, we are suddenly looking in the region of a 600 pip gain to 73, 74 area. However, I wouldn't take this trade at the moment, and the reason is that the risk reward is not good enough. As you can see here, the previous high spiked only to 68.80, 60 pips above current price. What I do with trades is, when there's been a breakout, I look for price to pull back to an area, and normally I would look for price to pull back to the previous resistance area here at 67.76. However, many day traders will look for a Fibonacci pullback entry to 67.87. If you're not sure what Fibonacci is and all these lines and indicators, then pop along to the blog and put your name and email address in, and I will send you a copy of my free ebook explaining how to trade forex. Back to the story. So, if most of the traders are going to enter here, we want to be with them. They are then going to allow for the spread, so really we're at 6,800. So we would place an order at 6,800. Our stop loss needs to go below the candle, and in this case we have a strong support line that's been holding for many weeks, so we actually want to place our stop below this area. So I would be looking to place my stop 20 pips below at around 66.90. Unfortunately, with an entry at 6,800 and a stop at 66.90, I have a 110 pip risk with an only potential 80 pip gain. Therefore, risk reward, it doesn't work. Leave it alone, walk away. Whilst on the subject of pips and stops, many people are scared of trading daily charts because they suddenly think, I can't have a 150 pip stop, I only normally have 30. It doesn't make any difference. You still only risk the same amount of money. For example, if you have a $1,000 account and you risk 5% per trade, i.e. $50, then if you were doing a small trade with a 50 pip stop, you will be risking $50, $1 per pip. If you're on a daily chart and you are having a 100 pip stop, you still only risk $50, but you would trade for 50 cents per pip instead of per dollar. Unfortunately, this is our first day of the experiment for signals on daily charts, and unfortunately I haven't found anything that I would take. And the reason is, if we have a look here on the pound dollar, the candle on the Friday was a doji candle, which is serious indecision. Nobody knows where it's going to go next. And also price is in no man's land. It's almost halfway between support line and resistance line. Leave it alone. You have to learn patience when you deal with daily charts. Sometimes you will place trades on a pullback, you get back after work that evening and you find the trade didn't even open. Get over it. Be patient. Look at the next day. We are looking with these type of trades for hundreds of pips gains, and therefore you must take your time and not rush. Similarly, the euro has reached up and failed to break this resistance area, and similarly failed to break this support area on the way down. Now the euro as well and the Swissy move in opposite directions. So when this is going up, 80% of the time the Swissy is going down. And as you can see here, the Swissy failed to break a support area. Leave it alone. One pair that does have potential interest for me would be the euro pound. As you can see on the daily chart, price did break above an area of resistance, although this is all a bit wishy-washy. But the way I would be looking to trade this would not be on the daily but on the 4 hour. As you can see on the 4 hour, price rejected here. You would only need to place a stop slightly above this line with a view to price breaking down. Unfortunately, we haven't found a daily signal for today. Drop back tomorrow.